ahead, put it on real tight. Hope you brought your best tonight. They say they got the fireworks, yeah, they say they got the show. You're around the shoots, you're the best, so let's go.
This is Texas Toast, a production of TSC Entertainment. I'm your host, Miss Helen. Kick back and enjoy as we toast the best from Texas. Hey everyone, welcome to Texas on Tap. I'm Miss Helen along with producer Kyle, and we have some really cool stuff to talk about this week.
Oh yeah, hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. It's been a crazy day. Actually, before we started recording the podcast, I moved around 3 times. We have some guests here, and then I accidentally sat down outside on something wet. So yeah. Anyway, but yeah.
What's the weather like down there today?
It was raining horrible this morning, yeah. And now it's cleared off, but the surf flattened out. We actually about mid-morning snuck down to the surf. I've had one margarita, that's it. We snuck down to the surf and caught a few trout, and we're fixing to hang out and probably go back.
Nice.
Anyway, so
cool. I'm still dreaming about those shrimp. You'll be seeing me sooner than you think.
We actually had another friend of ours stay with us last night, and we had shrimp again. We ran down and picked some up. Oh
man, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was fun. We were talking about that, telling the story about how good that shrimp was that night.
Oh yeah. Oh, it was heavenly. Yeah, it looks like that weather is probably heading towards us. It's getting a little nasty out here. So
yeah.
But yeah, like you said, it's an exciting week. It's always fun whenever we send our songs to each other and stuff, especially whenever it's a bunch of new people. You know, like every single week I'm learning about at least 3 bands I had never heard of. And it's just so cool being exposed to new music. And it's like, I don't know, that was just something that's always been so hard for me, like going out and trying to find new songs. I'm not a big playlist guy, as you know, contradictory as that might seem. But I don't know, this is just awesome. I love doing this.
I have to tell you, I cannot stop listening to our Spotify playlist. If you haven't checked it out, our Texas on Tap playlist is on Spotify. Everybody we talk about, everybody we've interviewed, any songs that we've mentioned. And my list, I don't even listen to my stuff anymore. That's all I'm listening to. And I'm just so proud of us. Like it's one great song after another.
The ground we've covered is just outstanding.
Yes. So I've been telling everyone about it, and they're really liking it. And a lot of people that listen regularly to the podcast, they would they would be like searching on their musical platform to download this song. And I told them, I said, hey, we got our own list. Just go straight to it. So it's good stuff. Yep. Yeah, we provide good customer service.
Yep. Quick response times. For sure.
All right.
Cool. You want to start off, or you want me to get some songs going?
You can go ahead.
Okay, cool. So the first one that I picked this week is the biggest jumper on the Spotify, the Texas Music Pickers chart. And it's a song by Bo Armstrong, who is a new one to me. And the song's called Get It Right. This one stood out to me because it's very pleasing. It had like a really relaxing, good feeling to it. I really enjoyed his voice. It was very smooth, kind of reminded me of guys like Corey Kent and some other people who are not country singers.
His voice reminded me a lot of the first time I heard Wade Bowen.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely younger Wade. Absolutely. Or I guess I'm so used to hearing, you know, the stuff we're going to talk about whenever you talk about your songs. So Wade changes it up just a little bit for that stuff, you know?
Yeah, but it's kind of like old school, but I just got a big old love by that song. I really enjoyed it.
Yep, absolutely. And then the next one that I wanted to talk about, I was really excited when I turned this song on. Like the second I pushed play, I didn't know who it was, never heard of her before, but now she's going to be in heavy rotation because the Dixie Chicks are my favorite band. I tell everybody that, and they always think I'm joking because I've always played, you know, not country music, but that is not a lie. And this girl, Katy Mckenzie, sounds like Natalie Maines reincarnated. Like I pushed play and was like, what in the world is this? Like, is she trying to do this, or is this just her voice? And I listened to a couple other songs and it's just her voice. And it's so like, I guess not grounding. What's the word I'm looking for? It made me feel at home.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And it was fresh. It sounded like old school Chicks, but it also, you know, was unique in its own way. And yeah, this song just like hit me in the head, and I'm definitely gonna be listening to lots of Katy Mckenzie. And then my last one was a song called Goodbye for a Little While by 51 Junction.
Love their sound.
Yeah, they're really cool. And this was another one. All three of my picks this week are new groups. And I just really liked it. It stood out to me. You know, what I'll normally do is I'll start working my way down the chart from the top and listening through the songs that I haven't heard. And, you know, these are the three that caught my attention this week. So bunch of good stuff.
Well, mine are just like some old school dance hall honky tonk that kind of caught my ear. Kenneth Waters, he has a new single that's just been released. It's called Outlaw Women. I mean, just the title should tell you that it's some old time honky tonk, but good sound there. I really like that one.
I felt like I was in the Kenny store listening to that song.
I know, right? And then another catchy one, Jason Custer Band. And actually, this is a 4-piece band comprised of all veterans. It's called Intoxicated, not intoxicated, intoxicated as in Texas. And basically the hook is I'm not drunk, I'm just intoxicated. And it's just full of good Texas lyrics. Like it goes back to like old school Texas music, like how it started and began, and that's why I like that one. And then we have to talk about our heroes, Randy Rogers, Wade Bowen, their new release Rhinestones, and it's old school stuff, and it's just lyrically it just wraps country and Texas all together in a big old bow, and you can't go wrong with Randy Rogers and Wade Bowen. So that's their latest Rhinestones. So I wanted to highlight that one.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites when the record came out. So I'm glad they're pushing that one to radio now.
If you only knew the chaos going on around here right now. You know, the palm trees froze. You saw the dead palm trees when you came.
Right,
well, they're out there taking them down right now.
Oh, man.
And it just makes me sick. But every time one falls, it's like, oh my gosh, did somebody get hurt? It's the most horrible thud I've ever heard. Anyway, greatest spin increase, Randall King's Record High. John Wolfe, we highlighted Tequila Sundown. I cannot stop listening to that song. Josh Abbott Band, Real Damn Good. Sundance and Ariel are still getting the greatest spin increase. Ken Fo, they have made so many strides on the chart this week. They're in the greatest spin increase, and this is on TexasCountryMusicChart.com. And then the most added songs is Tequila Sundown. And of course, Curtis Grimes' new one, Noah Built a Boat. Randall King is also in that one as well. And there's some really good ones bubbling under that I will probably end up mentioning next week. But looking at the chart and the top 5 on the chart, few things have changed. Aaron Watson is number 1 still with Boots this week. Clay Hollis is at number 2. I want to apologize because David Adam Burns is like one of my favorite people right now. And I don't know why I was saying David Allen. And that is one of my pet peeves because I have one of those last.
Never even
I know. We
name.
talked about that last week and I was like, holy heavens, I really did that. I was thinking David Allen Coe, I guess. David Adam Burns is at number 3 this week with Signs. And also I want to mention about David Adam Burns is they just had a press release that came out and he's been assigned to an exclusive publishing deal with Reviver Publishing out of Nashville. And they are so super excited to have him because, you know, he's just an authentic, awesome singer-songwriter. Coming in at number 4, Mickey and the Motor Cars with the Rodeo Girl, and Randy Rogers and Wade Bowen's Hold My Beer is topping out the top 5. Now, Ken Fo is at number 7. John Stork's at number 8. Teague Brothers are at 10. Look at our people.
Yeah, killing it.
So proud of them. CD Extraction, Texas. Aaron Watson's number 1, also on this chart. Mickey and the Motor Cars with Rodeo Girl. David Adam Burns with Signs. Ken Fo is at number 4. Clay Hollis is at 5. Now, John Stork's at 6.
Nice.
And then...
Yeah, so they dang near sold out Do-Si-Do this weekend for John's birthday show.
Oh, it looked like it was a ton of fun.
Sheldon, and he said it was awesome.
It looked so
James
fun.
Cook opened up and he was great. Apparently, I didn't get to make it, unfortunately, but yeah, I heard it went off without a hitch.
Well, and Caitlin Kohler is just ruling on the Texas Regional Radio Report. She's coming up into the top 10 on the others, but she's at number 1 on this heavy hitting chart.
Dang, that's
with
crazy.
Break Another Heart. Aaron Watson's at number 2. David Adam Burns is at Signs is at number 3. Rodeo Girl is 4. And then Sundance and Ariel are at number 5 with Showing Off. Ken Fo is at number 6. So they are moving up, and then they're still got the most greatest spin increase. So get ready for that freight train to come rolling through.
Right.
They are a freight train. I love them.
Yep.
So I think I covered everything.
Everybody's killing it.
Yeah.
I guess we can talk about how the Dodgers were a little upset last night.
Oh man, and that was a thing. It's like I had to go to bed because like the night before, I was one of those nights I was just restless and I couldn't sleep. Plus our plan was to get up at sunrise and be out fishing, but we got rained out. So that's why I had to go ahead and get to bed, but I'm glad we kicked their rear ends. Yeah. But that was
I saw something about there throwing stuff on the field, yelling. Cheaters.
Yeah, throwing trash cans, and that's okay. Just ridiculous. All you can do is persevere. It is what it is.
Keep winning.
There's so many baseball stories we could go into, but about allegations and this and that. But the thing is, they have really put their heads down and dug in, and they are putting it together. And I'm super excited as we go into the end of the season. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I agree. We're getting there. Yeah. And NBA offseason, free agency, draft, that's all keeping me busy too. So.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Things are going. I guess it's a light at the end of the tunnel after the horrid season the Rockets had.
You were still stressed about that, aren't you?
Man, it's like, those are my boys. And like, I tried so hard to have their back and, I did, but it's just like, oh, it was bad. So actually we shifted gears. I asked everybody last week if they wanted to know who we're having on the show in advance or if they wanted to keep being surprised like we've been doing so far. And the decision that our listeners came to was they wanted to know in advance. So most of you listening should know that we have Curtis Grimes coming on the show next week. So I'm really excited for that. I know that you enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah, that was a really good interview. And it's like, there's so much to Curtis Grimes and I admire his faith. I admire his work ethic, family man, talented, such a talented singer songwriter. And he just really takes care of business. And it's just, and of course he comes from a baseball background. We'll talk a little bit about that. And he's one of a kind. He is a jewel, literally a jewel.
Yeah, 13 number ones. Clearly, he's pretty good at something.
Absolutely.
Alrighty. Well, I guess that's it for this week. Keep it short and sweet.
Okay, that's it. I'm gonna go tear up some fish and
all right.
We're gonna burn some steaks.
I'm jealous.
I'm gonna think about Jake Bush when he talked about making them steaks on our podcast.
Yeah, I kind of ran with that on some posting, and people seem to think it was funny.
Oh yeah, I liked him. I like how a lot of our artists that we interview, they share stuff that a lot of their fans, like I've had people come to me and said, when you interviewed so-and-so, I go to their shows, I followed them from the beginning and I had no idea of such and such till I heard them on the podcast. So really like that.
Absolutely. That's what we're here for. I mean, we want to learn that stuff just like everybody else does. Cool.
All right. I'm going to go rip some lips. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye, Kyle.
I dare to say, well, you can go to hell. Hell, I'll go to Texas. I've had my fill of every place but home. Well, take away these city lights, put me on a one-way flight. I'm leaving out of here tonight. Just consider me gone.
Texas Toast is proudly supported by TSC Entertainment, booking entertainment since 1975.